Welcome to Cyber Files, where we break down the latest cybersecurity news and explain what it means for your business. In June, Microsoft released its largest Patch Tuesday update in the company's history. More than 200 security vulnerabilities were fixed across Windows and other Microsoft products. That's the biggest monthly security update Microsoft has ever released. Now, before you panic, here's the important part. This doesn't mean 200 new attacks are happening today. It means Microsoft found and fixed over 200 security weaknesses before many of them could become bigger problems. However, three of those flaws had already become public before the updates were available. While Microsoft says there is no evidence they were actively exploited, once information about a vulnerability is public, attackers often begin looking for organizations that haven't installed the update. So, why should a small business care? Because every month there are companies that delay updates. Maybe someone clicks, "Remind me tomorrow." Maybe a server can't be restarted during business hours. Maybe no one realizes the update is available. Unfortunately, attackers know this. One of the more notable fixes this month involved BitLocker, the Windows feature that encrypts your computer if it's lost or stolen. Researchers discovered a weakness that could allow someone with physical access to a device to bypass some of BitLocker's protections. While this isn't something an attacker can do over the internet, it's another reminder that stolen laptops remain a security risk if they aren't properly protected and updated. Another fix addressed a weakness that could allow attackers to overwhelm certain Windows-based web servers with traffic, making websites or applications temporarily unavailable. Microsoft also fixed a flaw that could allow an attacker who had already gained limited access to a computer to elevate their privileges and take much greater control of the system. These types of vulnerabilities are especially valuable because they're often combined with other attacks. So, what's the takeaway? If your business manages its own computers, make sure Windows Update is enabled and that your systems are actually installing updates. If you work with a managed IT provider, ask them a simple question. When was the last time our Windows servers and workstations were fully patched? It's an easy question to ask, and one that can prevent much bigger problems down the road. Cyber Files Takeaway software updates aren't just about new features. They're one of the most important security tools your business has. The longer critical updates sit uninstalled, the more opportunity attackers have to take advantage of known weaknesses. Cyber Files question: when was the last time you verified that every computer in your business was fully up to date? Artificial intelligence is becoming part of everyday business. Today, AI assistants can schedule meetings, send messages, navigate websites, fill out forms, and even operate smartphones on a user's behalf. But new research suggests these AI agents may have a security weakness that humans don't. In a paper titled "AI Sees What You Don't: Exploiting New Attack Surfaces in Third-Party Mobile Agents," researchers from Simon Fraser University and Shandong University found that several popular AI-powered mobile assistants could be manipulated using information people can't even see. How is that possible? Unlike people, AI doesn't look at a screen the way we do. Instead, it analyzes every pixel in a screenshot. That means an attacker could hide instructions inside an image or on a phone's screen that are nearly invisible to a person but still readable by the AI. Imagine giving an AI assistant permission to send a message for you. Now imagine someone secretly adding a hidden instruction that tells the AI to do something completely different. The person never sees it. The AI does. The researchers also showed how attackers could tamper with screenshots, imitate login screens, intercept information typed by an AI agent, and, in some cases, compromise the computer controlling the agent. They found similar weaknesses across several popular open source mobile AI agent frameworks. Before you decide to uninstall every AI tool you own, there's important context. These attacks were demonstrated in a research environment and often required specific conditions, such as a malicious app already being installed or a third-party AI agent with extensive permissions. They are not attacks that suddenly affect every smartphone today. So, why should a small business care? Because we're entering a new era of cybersecurity. For years, we've focused on protecting people from phishing emails and fake websites. Now we also have to think about protecting the AI systems that act on our behalf. If an AI assistant can approve purchases, access company data, or perform administrative tasks, it becomes another system attackers may try to deceive. The same security principles still apply. Only install trusted software. Keep devices updated. Limit unnecessary permissions. Think carefully before giving an AI assistant broad access to sensitive business systems. As AI assistants become more capable, they also become a new target for attackers. Businesses shouldn't avoid AI. They should treat AI agents like any other privileged employee. Give them only the access they truly need and make sure they're operating in a secure environment. If your business started using an AI assistant tomorrow, what systems would you trust it to access? And what systems would you keep off limits? A recently patched Microsoft SharePoint server security flaw is now being used by attackers in real world attacks. If your business runs its own SharePoint server, this is not something to ignore. Ask your IT provider whether the update has been installed. What happened? The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, has added a Microsoft SharePoint server security flaw to its known exploited vulnerabilities, KEV catalog. This list includes software flaws that attackers are actively using, making them a higher priority than vulnerabilities that have only been identified by researchers. Microsoft released a security update for this SharePoint issue at the end of May. Since then, evidence of active attacks has prompted CISA to elevate its importance and require U.S. federal agencies to install the update by July 4th. Organizations outside the federal government are also encouraged to apply the update as soon as possible. Why it matters. Many businesses use SharePoint Server to store documents, manage internal information, and collaborate with employees. If the server has not been updated, an attacker with a basic SharePoint user account could potentially take control of the server by running malicious code. From there, they may be able to access sensitive business information, move deeper into the network, or disrupt business operations. For a 20-person business, that could mean unauthorized access to company documents, exposure of confidential business information downtime, while systems are investigated and restored, additional systems becoming compromised. The key point is that this is no longer just a potential problem. Attackers are already exploiting the flaw. Who should care? This affects organizations that operate Microsoft SharePoint Server on their own servers. Examples include accounting firms, law offices, healthcare practices, manufacturers, construction companies, businesses that use SharePoint for internal document management. If your organization uses SharePoint online through Microsoft 365, this specific issue generally does not apply. What should your business do? If your business runs Microsoft SharePoint Server, ask your IT provider whether the latest SharePoint security updates have been installed. Apply any missing updates without delay. Review user accounts and remove access that is no longer needed. Monitor your SharePoint environment for unusual activity. Continue applying security updates promptly as part of your regular maintenance process. Even if you outsource your IT support, it is worth asking for confirmation that your SharePoint servers have been patched. The key takeaway: when CISA places a vulnerability on its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog, it means attackers are already taking advantage of it. If your business hosts Microsoft SharePoint Server, verifying that the latest security updates have been installed is one of the simplest and most effective steps you can take to reduce your risk. The question for you is, if someone asked today whether all of your business servers are fully patched, would you know the answer? That wraps this month's Cyber Files. The common thread across these stories is simple. Security depends on knowing what your business is using, keeping it updated, and being careful about what you allow to act on your behalf, including AI tools. Thanks for listening to Cyber Files by Cyber OpSource. Until next time, remember, secure today, resilient tomorrow.